Hello everyone. Suzanne Morphew is still at the front of my mind, and I watched a couple YouTube videos today that were following the case as well. One is from It's a Crime, and Linda from It's a Crime did a recap of the Dr. Phil show where Andy Mormon and the guys from Profiling Evil were on the show. Linda had some really good insight. Put a link to her show in the description below. Anyway, one of the things I learned from watching was that Andy Mormon stated that Barry is an excellent hunter and tracker. And that was something that made me think back to when I first learned of Suzanne being a missing person, which was, within a day or two of her being missing. And at that time, I had heard that the husband thought that perhaps a bobcat had taken her. And at that time, I was being kind of snooty and was thinking that because he was from out of state, that he didn't know the difference between a bobcat and a mountain lion. But if he's an avid hunter and outdoorsman like that, I would assume that he would know that a bobcat weighs between like 15 and 30 pounds and is only like 2.5 to 3.5 feet long. It's bigger than a house cat, but smaller than my dogs. And a mountain lion, which is what I thought he meant, is 80 to 160 pounds and it's 7 to 8 feet long. And actually here in Colorado, in the past year and a half, there have been 3 attacks on humans by mountain lions. And next was that Linda mentioned that the girls were out of town because they were on a camping trip with the church. And that kind of seemed odd to me because we were in full lockdown at that time. And the church that they attend was doing everything online, and I saw that they had a sports camp this summer, which was held virtually. So I just found it a little bit odd as it being referred to as a camping trip with the church that called them away from home. And then Linda mentioned again about how on May 12th, around 8 p.m., Barry made that note that we've all seen now on a receipt over at the Puncha Market. Puncha Market is the same place where a representative of the market stated that the Chaffee County Sheriff never came and picked up the video camera footage from the days around Suzanne's disappearance, which would have included Barry's visit on May 12th. They never came and picked that up, and it ended up being recorded over. And then I watched Plunder. I'll link her video below. There were human remains found in Saguache County. That's the county south of Chaffee County. The remains were found over in the western side near the Hinsdale County line. They are not believed to be Suzanne Morphew, but the remains were found near an abandoned mine on Friday, October 2nd, 2020. CBI agents from the Grand Junction Regional Office were requested by the Saguache County Sheriffs, and the remains were found in a remote area in the western part of the county, which is around a 3-hour drive from the Morphew home to the west and south. The condition of the remains indicate that they've been there for quite some time. That's a quote. And there's no evidence at this time that connects this case with the Suzanne Morphew investigation. An autopsy has been scheduled. And I don't know how long it's going to take to get the identity of whoever this person was, but it just reminds me that Suzanne will eventually get found, and most likely it will be by hikers, because that tends to be what happens here in Colorado. In July of 2015, Joe Keller, a 19-year-old from Tennessee, vanished while jogging in Conejos County, and on July 6th, 2016, a hiker spotted remains, and in August of 2016, they were positively ID'd as Joe. So while it may take some time, Suzanne will be found, and as Plunder was saying and wondering about hiking activity, I do believe that Suzanne is much more out in the news now, and more people have heard of her. I do know that even here in Colorado, a lot of people hadn't heard of her until after Andy Search made the news. And I know that hikers will be more mindful when they're out and about, and will have her in their mind. And there will be even more hiking activity going on before the snow, because a lot of us here live here because of our love of the outdoors, and we spend as much time as we can enjoying it, hiking, camping, outdoor activities. And when it's getting closer to winter, we kind of go a little bit crazy trying to get as much time as we can out there on the trails. Thank you for watching another day in the car with JuleZ. I'll see you in the next video.